emphasized.
Okay, and that's exactly what everyone is looking at. I mean, who exactly is going to be the successor to Pope Francis and the next Apostle Peter, as Juna put it. And let's have a look right now at some of the possible candidates that have been suggested by the media and everyone who's interested watching this conclave process.
All 133 cardinal electors are now in Rome. From Wednesday, they begin their secretive selection process to decide who will become the head of the church. So who could succeed Francis? If the conclave opts for continuity, Cardinal Pietro Parolin is the name that comes up most often. Number 2 at the Vatican under Francis, he has extensive experience with power both in Rome and abroad. He's already been in the presence of many foreign leaders, which could prove reassuring given the current global uncertainty. And Italians are keen to have another pope. In this respect, Pier Battista Pizza...
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Friendship Pearson, and welcome to Friendship Blue. Today is the day. Election day, right? Or selection day. Either way, it's May 7th of 2025. I have 7:38 in the AM. I want to do this early because who knows? The smoke might come out the chimney as I'm doing this. Check this out. What time is it in Rome?
It's 2:38 p.m. in Vatican City.
It's 2:38 p.m. in Vatican City right now.
I found this on the web.
So as I speak this again, the process, it appears, has begun. Who do you think will be the Pope? On April 21st of 2025, Pope Francis made his demise, his transition. Rest in peace. Well, what's the old saying? Don't disturb the process. Don't disturb the groove, as they say. Why change horses in midstream? You know how it goes out in the world when people talk. Why make the change? Why don't you just stay with the person who's the successor? Do you think that will give this gentleman the edge? Let's explore that this morning, because I have put together a number selection, if you will. You know, numbers tell stories. God gave me the gift of the 5 C's, the clues, the codes, the colors, the confirmation, time, and conclusion. And last night I knew I would have to go and do this video, so I thought I'd do it early. And like you, I've been thinking, who would be the next move? Because look, the next move is serious, the conclave. Let's go down this thing right quick, people. Let's go down.
Good morning, Tam. And the public mass that marks the beginning of the conclave, beginning just moments ago, all 133 cardinal electors attending before they're locked away inside the Sistine Chapel. This morning, the cardinals responsible for selecting the next pope taking part in a mass at St. Peter's Basilica. From there, the 133 cardinals head to the Sistine Chapel to begin the conclave.
Seems the responsibility for the conclave falls upon you.
Some of the cardinals have reportedly watched the Hollywood movie Conclave ahead of today's proceedings. Most expect to choose a pope within 2 days.
If on Friday night the Pope is not elected, it would be that something unexpected might happen.
Inside the Sistine Chapel, tables are set with place cards for each cardinal and ballots at each seat. The cardinals will be cut off from the world, voting up to 4 times per day, twice in the morning, twice in the evening. The conclave is highly secretive, but we do know the cardinals walk down the center aisle to the chapel altar, where they cast their ballots in front of Michelangelo's Last Judgment.
Now, I have to tell you, that first ballot is so significant, because then you see who are the leaders.
Italy is the most represented country at the conclave, with 17 eligible cardinals voting, followed by the U.S. with 10.
Wow. Okay. Many believe that Barack Obama is the orchestrator of all major things in the last days, that he is the Antichrist. Donald Trump is perceived as the illusionist. Pope Francis made his demise April 21st, 2025. Cardinal Pietro Parolin, birthday January 17th, 1955. That's him. We're going to focus on him this morning. 6/14/2025 is Trump's next birthday. 1/17/2025. That's Petro's next birthday. He was lockstep with the Pontiff Francis. 1/17/2025, Petro's birthday versus Trump's next birthday, 6/14. The difference is 4 months and 4 weeks. Barack Obama was the 44th president. You're going to see some numbers which are going to blow your mind. Petro's birthday, 1/17/1955, literally born that day, versus 12/17/1936. That's when the Pope was born, Pope Francis. The difference is 6606. April 21st, 2025, Pope Francis died. 6/14/2025 is Trump's next birthday. The Pope died exactly 55 days before Trump's next birthday. 55. Julius Caesar died at 55 years old. 4/21/2025 is when the Pope died, Pope Francis. 1/17/2026 is the next birthday of Petro. The difference is 8 months and 4 weeks. Who was born August 4th? Barack Obama. 1/17/1955 is the date that Petro was born. 5/7/2025 is the day that the vote starts with the Conclave. The difference is 70 years and 111 days. Why is 111 important? 111, Pope Francis died on April 21st, the 111th day of the year. That's serious. So from the day that Petro was born till today, 70 years, 111. Are the numbers saying he will be the successor is the question. 1/17/1955, Petro's birthday. July 4th, 1776, the birth of America. The difference is 178 years, 6 months and 14 days. What is 6/14? Donald Trump was born June 14th. As you can see, it's getting deep. Petro's birthday, subtracted from America, 6/14, Donald Trump's birthday. 1/17/2026, Petro's next birthday, versus 7/13, the day that Trump got hit in the ear in Butler, Pennsylvania. The difference is 165. The 165th day of the year is June 14th. Trump was born June 14th. So you mean to tell me a year, 6 months, and 5 days later, after Trump got hit in the ear, it comes after Trump's birthday in relation to Petro's birthday. What I am showing you that these are mathematical improbabilities. I'm not predicting anything. I'm just looking at the times of the successor, the one who met the major politicians, just like Pope Francis. Why change now? He's already groomed for the next move. Just being logical. Okay, next we have what? 1/17/2025, the birthday of Petro, versus 11/5/2024, that's when Trump was elected. The vote count, the difference is 216. What is 216? The 216th day of the year is August 4th. Barack Obama was born August 4th. It also comes out in 74 days. America was born July 4th, 1776. It's astounding, isn't it? 1/17/2025, Petro's birthday, versus 5/14/2025. What is 5/14? May 14th is when Israel becomes 77 years old. The difference is 165, 16 and 5. Trump was born on 165th day of the year, June 14th. The next pope, you assume, would be heavily influenced with his voice in terms of Middle East peace. Conclave. Lest I say more, remember I said during Conclave when I ran my video, she's looking at him. She's looking at him, and he covers his cross. It is symbolic. The movie came out October 25th, 2024. October 25th, 2024, the movie. Today is 5/7/2025. The difference is 194 days between the movie came out and today's selection date, 194. What is 194? The 194th day of the year is July 13th. What happened on July 13th? This is when Trump had this. July 13th, fight, fight, fight. What are we looking at, people? I believe what we're looking at is that, again, there's an X. There's two lines with an X. The first line was the Pope. The next line will be someone else. It appears he'll be unalive soon, but it's going to be a puppet. It's going to be a puppet Trump. Are the numbers speaking? Is it telling us that he's next in line? That's what I'm asking. The pontiff, Pope Francis, was selected March 13th, 2013. March 13th, 2025 anniversary. From today's date, 5/7/2025, the difference is 55 days. Well, when you think about Rome, you think about Julius Caesar. He died at 55 years old. Then the book of Revelation does speak of a religious leader, often called the false prophet, alongside the Antichrist in Revelation 13. The false prophet is depicted as working with the Antichrist, who is referred to as the first beast, and both are seen as agents of evil opposing God and Christ. Here's a more detailed breakdown. The Antichrist, the first beast. This figure is often interpreted as a future political and religious leader who will oppose God and Christ, setting himself up as world ruler and head of false religion. The false prophet, second beast. This figure acts as a religious leader, performing miracles and deceiving people into worshiping the Antichrist. He causes people to receive the mark of the beast and sets up an image of the Antichrist for worship. Their partnership. The false prophet works in conjunction with the Antichrist, spreading his influence and causing people to embrace his teachings and worship his image. Revelation 13:11-18. This section of Revelation focuses on the false prophet. His role is deceiving people, and the mark of the beast, which is a symbol of loyalty to the Antichrist. This is where we're at, people. Now, you guys probably remember, I did a video about a week and a half ago. In that video, I showed the vice president. He was in Vatican City the day before. I don't believe that was an accident. And the next day, that's when the Pope died. I want to show that to you. Unbelievable. The rain is imminent. Now what happened?
8 seats.
What happened was that J.D. Vance walked across an area with an X on it. And there it is. Let's look at something right quick. J.D. Vance birthday, August 2nd, 1984. Let's get into it. August 2nd, 1984. Let's see how this fares. Because I believe he's going to be the next president soon. Yeah, the story's already written. That's what I believe. And the numbers are, they're there. They're speaking. Sometimes I think of things as I go, so bear with me. Okay, so let's go with the book that he has out, Elegy, right? Okay. What's the name of the book that J.D. Vance wrote? Okay. Hillbilly Elegy. Hillbilly Elegy book came out what day? I think it was June 18th. Yeah, June 28th. June 28th is when his book came out. That's the same birth date of Elon Musk, 6/28. See what we got. 6/28. See here, 6/28, and I believe that was 2016. Yep, 2016. 6/28, 2016. Okay, so the numbers, bring it up to date here, 2024 and 2025 and 2026. Okay, and we take that and look at today's date. I was comparing it to Pedro's birthday. See if we had a connection there. Okay, so now we're gonna go with this here. We're gonna look at the book and we're gonna look at everything going forward. Okay, what I see, if you take the anniversary of the book, 6/28/2025 was when Hillbilly Elegy came out. That's the book and the life of J.D. Vance. You take that date of 6/28/2025, subtract it from today's date selection of the Pope Conclave, 5/7 of 2025, you get 7/4. What is 7/4? America was born July 4th, 1776. Well, people, it's going to be either a short or a long process. If I'm not mistaken, I think that Pope Francis was selected the same day. Either way, it was a short process. Will this man be the next one? And if he is, will he fulfill the book of Revelation? Like I said from the outset, why change? Kind of doesn't make sense to change. Right now, there's an orchestration. And when you check out my videos after the Pope died and I did the numbers and I looked at the situations and the challenges, it appears that rhythmically speaking, the popes had an untimely death. Read between the lines. I want to look at one more thing. What was the date that Prince Charles' mother died? Okay, so September 7th would do it for me. September 7th, 5/7. Okay, now 9/7. There's something I'm looking at, people, and I'll show you in a second. 9/7/2022. This is when Barack Obama went to the White House and he put his portrait up. It was the day before Elizabeth died. of Rome, of Britain. She died on 9/8. On 9/7/2022, Barack Obama put his portrait up in the White House. That's why I'm going with 9/7. 9/7/2022 versus today. Okay, and then we just take and we make 2024, 2025. Okay, no connection there. This is the 26. So yeah, what I was getting at was this. There's some things we're going to be looking at in the future. What is the 175th day of the year on the Gregorian calendar?
The 175th day of
June
the year in the
24th. So yeah, there are going to be some things which are going to transpire. Do you think that they're going to have a decision made by today? And what I was getting at was this. You see this here? I said something as this was going down. Watch this.
Of the Tiffany blue, the golden age. Then I want you to see this. As he met with the Prime Minister of Rome, when he walked in, what do you see? It's an X. It's so deep, what they allegedly put in front of our face, but it's there. X is the 24th letter of the alphabet, which means somebody will be leaving soon. Oh, it's so.
And I did not even think that the very next day after I said somebody's going to be leaving soon, that it would be the Pope. The Pope died the very next day. This was April 20th when J.D. Vance walked in this area. Now, I figure this is only halfway complete. I believe that this is one represents one person's death, the other line represents another person's death to come. And to me, these sacrifices are taking place in relation to a throne. One could be a throne of the new religious leader, the other could be a sacrifice for the throne of the Antichrist. I'm Fred Shad Pearson. Tell me what you think. There's a high percentage that this man will get the position. Let's see what happens. We might do a daily video. Who knows? We'll definitely look at the numbers. What do you think? What are your deepest feelings? God bless.